It's my feel-good breakfast show.
In a flurry of Japanese silk and kimono sleeves, Habits opened their Spring-Summer 15 collection with an exotic Eastern scene.
Jenny, I loved the Japanese inspiration that we saw in the beginning of that collection, and we went through beautiful stages after that. Tell us the central themes that you followed throughout this collection.
The Japanese, I don't know where it came from. That was a middle of the night number. The rest, you know, the linen, that's me. That's what I do. That's what I sell. The white, I've never done a show without black and white, and so that just had to come into it.
And we saw a lot of modern minimalism. Is this a silhouette that you're playing with for the summer?
Yet I always do quite simple things. I'm not terribly comfortable with tight fitting, except for at the end, as you see, there were a few girls that could hardly breathe.
When it comes to a hot South African summer, what are the items out there that you think women need in their wardrobes?
Soft linen. Just throw on and go linen. All the colours, white, black, any colour. It works for Cape Town.
And this season, we're seeing a lot of inspiration coming out of the East. A lot of Asian persuasion, a lot of looking to Japanese culture. And we're seeing this in menswear designs and women's collections. So it's really interesting to see how the designers have taken that and made it their own.
Designer Michelle Ludic celebrates the beauty of women with carefully gathered silhouettes which complement the curves of the female form.
Michelle, we still saw your signature draping, but I thought that you took it into another dimension.
Definitely wanted a bit more structure, a bit more tailoring, and played. I really played. And I wanted to evolve. I kept those key pieces that are there for my customer and said, right, how do we up this?
And tell me about the colors and some of the prints that you explored this season.
The tomato and navy prints I designed myself, and that was the biggest story for me and the biggest statement of my whole collection. I think navy's important. I think it's actually probably overtaken black for right now, and it's definitely not going anywhere in summer.
And we definitely picked up that Japanese inspiration that we've been seeing throughout Fashion Week. Was this a global trend that you followed, or does it have a more personal story for you?
So funny. When I was little, I had friends who had gone across to Japan and brought me pajamas back, and I wanted to be Japanese for the longest time. Japanese tailoring and draping is probably my most important influence. It's something I always look to. They just get it so right, so simplistic, and it's incredibly elegant.
Roald Readers stepped out of his comfort zone to create a collection which referenced modern androgyny with an Eastern slant.
It's taken a bit of a Asian Japanese flavor, and I'm sort of trying to bend the gender category in terms of silhouettes. So I've decided to just show menswear, but some items are so gender bending that some females can wear it. Inspiration-wise, Japanese, just really playing with fit and form and different shapes, and just trying something different from my normal tailored looks, do something a little bit more edgy and fashion-forward. The streetwear, the casual side, was definitely leaning towards more of a lady side and more feminine angles, the shapes, the sort of panels, and the jackets and the shirts. And looking at the sheers and playing with different volumes and lengths. It all started being a black collection. I wanted to do it quite dark, quite deep down Tokyo. That's really the main inspiration behind it. But then I started looking at the Japanese flag and I saw the red, and then I started playing with the blue and primary colors, and then it just sort of evolved back into black, and navy is also quite a strong color.
As the world becomes a melting pot of cultural influences, imagination takes flight for summer.